Today we're doing a simple routine to help relax your pelvic floor muscles. Here we go. So for this short routine, you are going to want to have 2 pillows close. You may not need them, but it's nice to have them. So go ahead and grab those and I'll meet you on your back. So we're gonna start laying down on our backs, and I want one of those pillows underneath your knees. And you can see that I have my knees and my upper legs supported, and I have my knees slightly out to the side, all right? My pelvis is down on the mat. And I want you to just place your hands either on your low belly or maybe one on your belly and one up on your heart, wherever you're most comfortable. And we're gonna start with some breathing. And as we do this, I'm gonna talk you through the importance of this routine today. So I want you to take a deep inhale through your nose and then exhale through your mouth. And same thing, inhale through your nose. Try to feel like your ribs are moving out to the side and you're filling up that low belly with air. And then exhale and let it all out. And continue here a few more times. So one really important thing when it comes to releasing and relaxing the pelvic floor is actually relaxing the nervous system as well. So we can really start to clench and hold things in our pelvic floor. So to release the pelvic floor, we're not doing a lot of big active stretches. Instead, we're gonna help release the pelvis itself and gain some movement. We're gonna work on calming our nervous system and then getting into those muscles around the pelvic floor to help kind of release them and relax them. So one piece to that is really trying to calm that nervous system and really get into that breath. So try to avoid the desire here to go fast, to go hard, to go strong, to try to get through it really fast. Part of the purpose is to just let our bodies relax through it. All right, so let's take one more inhale here. And exhale, let it out. Nice job. Let's leave the left leg where it is, and you're gonna hug that right knee into your chest. And I want you to actually give it a really good squeeze. So we are gonna start here to into some of the pelvic floor muscles, and then really some of those muscles that attach into the hip itself. And just continue with that deep breath. So continue with the inhale through your nose. And then when you exhale, just feel like maybe you can pull that knee in a little bit farther. And then keep it there as you inhale. And then exhale again, maybe a little bit more. And maybe the knee can start to go to your side a little bit. That'll get even deeper in the hip. So if you've been following me for a while, you know I have an extensive history with pelvic floor dysfunction. I've also been a physical therapist for 24 years, so I come at this with both sides of experience as a PT and then also as someone who had severe prolapse for 7 years and then prolapse repair surgery, and now I work on managing that, on keeping my pelvic floor as healthy as possible. All right, slowly release that. And let's bring the other one up. So take your time, same thing. You kind of inhale and work your way into the position and then exhale and see if it'll go a little farther. So what I find, both from personal experience and as a PT, is that we really do need both strengthening of the pelvic floor and releasing the pelvic floor. And if you have a history of pelvic floor dysfunction, especially prolapse or a weakening of those muscles, sometimes we just clench and hold it so much that we miss the entire piece of releasing it. And a big part of that can be fear. So I understand that you don't want to release the pelvic floor. It's held for a reason, again, protecting you from prolapse, maybe trauma. There's a lot involved. So it takes a lot of this breathing and kind of feeling safe to let that pelvic floor release and relax, but it really is a really, really important piece to all of this. So take your time, trust yourself, This workout can be done daily to help. Nice. And then go ahead and pull the other knee in too. So now you have both. And I kind of have them out to the side. And just rock yourself side to side. And as you do this, I want you to feel like you're lengthening your tailbone towards the ground. So you're not just rounding everything up. That'll just be more clenching. See if you can pull the knees in, but at the same time, you're pressing the tailbone down to lengthen that low back. And then last thing here, I just want you to do some circles with the knees. So I'm using my hands to guide them. I'm taking them out to the side and then knees together and then out to the side as I pull up and knees together. And again, it's just kind of reminding your body it's allowed to move. And all those muscles in the pelvic floor, even those deep muscles, have a relationship with the pelvis itself and even into the hips. All right, nice job. So you can move the pillow to the side, and I want you to roll onto your left side. And you're gonna have your left arm straight out and your right arm on top of it, knees together, right like so, and your knees bent. And then what we're gonna do is take the right hand, slide it along the left. You're gonna open your chest up so your arms are in a T and you're looking at the right hand. And then bend the right arm, bring it in and slide it long. So we're sliding to open and then slide to close. And as I do this, I'm keeping my hips stacked and my knees stacked, but I'm opening my chest up. And so this is giving us some thoracic mobility, which is really, really important to keep that pelvic floor nice and healthy, because we want other things to be mobile so that the pelvic floor feels like it is allowed to release so that it doesn't take too much pressure. One more. Nice. And then take your time. I'm going to put my right hand down to press up and just go right over to the other side. So head down, knees bent and stacked, arms on top of each other, and then you're going to slide the left hand open to a T and then forward again. Inhale. Exhale, inhale, and exhale. And things such as pelvic floor exercises, what we traditionally call Kegels, but I call pelvic floor contractions, those things are really important as well, depending on what you have going on with your pelvic floor. So I will link below one of my favorite exercise videos to help with that as well. And these can be done in tandem together or on alternate days. But also I highly recommend that you're working with a pelvic floor physical therapist to help you know exactly what your needs are. All right, and let's press ourselves up again. And I want you to come into what we call puppy pose. So we're gonna be on our knees and you're gonna be down on your elbows. And you are going to let your sit bones spread wide. This can be, I know from personal experience, kind of a scary position. When you have prolapse, when you have trauma, there's a lot of things about this position that just can make you want to clench. But it is so important to help that pelvis feel like it can release here, and this is one of the best places to do it. So start here. Let your belly hang. You do not need to brace your belly or squeeze your glutes or anything. Let it release and relax. And then I want you to kind of rock yourself forward and backward here. And this is somewhere that I started after my surgeries, after all of that, and I felt healed once I was allowed to start moving. This is a position that would help me just start to feel, it's like my body needed the confidence to be in this position and not feel like I was breaking. And this slow rocking helps with that. Our bodies need consistency. We need to do this regularly. And so this again is called puppy pose, and you can add this rocking to it. And then I want to add one more piece. So stay here, but take that left leg out to the side straight. So I have it out to the side. It's like the arch of my foot is on the ground, and I'm going to do a little bit of rocking here. And I don't know about you, but I can tell you that this is so tight on me. So we've added an adductor piece. That's your inner thigh. Really, really can get tight when that pelvic floor is tight. And for me, it definitely appears. And this is a nice way to, again, you'll see we're not like pushing into a severe stretch. That's not going to help your pelvic floor. You need to just work your way into it. Inhale and exhale. And then we'll switch legs. And you can at any point, like if that feels good, if you feel like you need to stay there, just pause the video. Pause me, stay there as long as you need to, and then come back. So I've taken my right leg out to the side. Okay, the arch is down. And this too, you can use your pillows to help support the leg if you need to. And please don't get too caught up on when do I inhale, when do I exhale. I just want you continuing those deep breaths, and it's one breath per movement. But it's okay if you inhale forward or back. The key is that your body starts to feel safe and supported here, and the breath is a really big part of that. Nice job. One more. And then bring that leg in. Take your knees to the side. I want your knees wide. Feet come close. And sit yourself back and reach your arms long and look at your hands. So it's a child's pose, but just a slightly different variation. And you can stay here as long as you need to. Or you can start to walk yourself back up. Inhale, reach both arms out and up. Exhale, arms back down. One more time. And nice job. So as a reminder, you can do that video throughout the week to help keep that pelvic floor released and relaxed. Throughout the day, you can even just find yourself on your back with your feet and knees supported with that deep breathing to rest that pelvic floor. Also, I have so many other resources for prolapse, pelvic floor issues, and more. You can check out my website and other links below. I'll see you on your mat soon.